I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Here, Jay, in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Come on, Ed. Can I say it, please?
All right, if you must.
Yes. Trust the process.
It has been quite a process to get to this point, Jay. They have a squad here in Philadelphia. The opening tip won by the Sixers, and we're underway here in Philadelphia. Embiid to Tobias Harris. From the painted area, won't go down. It's Indiana basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Sabonis can't connect. Smith with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Embiid. Oh, defender pulls the chair. To Brogdon. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Malcolm Brogdon has got 2 shots coming. A career 87% from the line. Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. To Embiid. Harris to Embiid. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that?
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Oh, big finish at the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Now a steal by Philly.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
To Tobias Harris. Oh, he had him there for a second. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Driving right to the basket. Here comes the screen. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Embiid. Miles Turner tips it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Miles Turner. 4-3. It's no good. Shots not going down. Indiana with the basketball.
Hey, switch, I got it. Screen's coming, here it is.
Baseline drive. Whoa, what a finish.
Look, do I love the versatility offensively of Domantas Sabonis? Yes. But let me tell you why I love even more. Sometimes you need somebody who just gives a hard screen. Somebody to put the defender right on their back. Send a message. That's what Sabonis brings to the table.
And finishes strong.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Into the front court comes Smith. Down 5. Miles Turner with the block. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Miles Turner. Time to shuffle things up.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 1, Mike Scott.
Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Trying to cash in, and he knocks it down, Jay.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Mike Scott.
To Turner. Here comes the screen. To Brogdon. Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Cleared by the Pacers. To Brogdon. Slam dunk, Malcolm Brogdon.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Embiid. From the outside, no good. Pacers control. Turner to Brogdon. Screen coming. Good look that time, but off the mark. Five to shoot for Indiana. Fires the three.
That's his first personal foul.
T.J. Warren is going to get a chance at three here. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First one goes down. Second of three is good. Knocks down all three at the line. Smith with the basketball. They find themselves down 10. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Not that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Sixers call for time as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Simmons. Can't connect from in close. Pacers with the possession. Here comes the screen. Brogdon to Turner. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Miles Turner at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Oh, he can't connect. To Embiid. Pacers come up with it. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Simmons. On the Pacers come away with the steal. To Turner. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. The drive right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Brogdon. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers. Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good. The follow won't go either.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay. Malcolm Brogdon, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one, counted.
Indiana. Substitutions, Philadelphia.
Goes 2 for 2. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. Missed his first. That one goes.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Here's a chance from long range. They have to keep him in their grasp.
But it was how he... When you stare at the ball, offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball, bang, that's how he set it up.
To Horford. Down to 5 on the 24. Short jumper won't go down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
And a throwdown.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
throw good for the three-point play. It's back to a 14-point game. It's Indiana basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Baseline drive. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Simmons with it. Down a bundle. Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
He can't get past the defender. Al Horford sends it away. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
76ers, number 22.
Brogdon fires the three. Off the mark. No good. Sixers control it.
Two minutes left in the first quarter.
Here comes the screen. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. 3 for 4. Good start.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Brogdon. Sixers have the basketball. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 20.
First free throw is good.
Into the game for Philadelphia, number 33, Tobias Harris. Stepping in for the Indiana Pacers, number
No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Got it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Knocked loose. Pacers have it. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
To Horford. Spinning shot. Won't fall.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Can't miss those. The follow won't go either.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Here comes the screen. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Indiana, number 33.
Lets it fly from long range. Now that's a contest. Deep 3 at the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Pacers are feeling good. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Indiana with the basketball. Probing the defense. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Screen coming. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
To Tobias Harris. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Tobias Harris trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw good, and the lead back down to 15. Al Horford.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. To Turner. With a drop step. That's no good. Philadelphia with the basketball. Oh, had him going there for a second. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
That's good chemistry right there, but more importantly, that's great trust. Trusting in your teammate to knock down that shot says everything about the confidence level of your team.
Watch out, screen cover, watch out, watch out.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Right into it, right into it.
Here comes the screen.
Hey, good contact.
Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Swings it to Turner. He shoots, off the mark.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
To Horford. Scores from the post.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Driving right to the basket. To Tobias Harris. 5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Has a look. And 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
76ers, number 22. Entering the game for Indiana, number...
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall.
I got it.
Turns and slams it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
The assist from number 15.
To Turner. Throws it up. Oh, blocked away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Horford. There it is. Al Horford. 3 for 6 now.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Pacers control. Probing the defense. Here comes the screen. To Turner. Count the basket at the rim.
Ed, I remember this in so much detail. I was watching the NBA pre-draft camp, and I saw Miles Turner run, and myself and all the scouts, everybody's like, whoa, wait a second. What is that? But I give the Pacers a lot of credit. They had a trainer that worked with his gait, and now that's exactly who he is. A big that can run down, block shots, and be active on the perimeter defensively.
The assist from number 33, Tobias Harris.
For 3, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Out.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core. He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. From long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Rebound cleared by the Pacers. chance. Gets it at the top of the key. Going to launch beyond the arc. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stare, point, or yell at each other for miscommunication.
Section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Philadelphia.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
To Brogdon. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Pacers with the possession. To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. 4 out of 7.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Brogdon. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw, good. And they add 1 more to the lead. It's up to 11. Harris. Domantas Sabonis able to recover with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Not that. And a putback slam.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack.
To Embiid. From the outside, no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Here comes the screen. To Turner. Joel Embiid rejects it. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To Tobias Harris. Gets it in the right corner. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Now a steal by Philly.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Deep two there, won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Joel Embiid pins it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. To Simmons. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's Indiana basketball. To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. To Turner. Miles Turner slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Here comes the screen. Beyond the arc for 3. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
To Tobias Harris. Miles Turner swats it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Simmons. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana. Miles Turner with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Nope, first one does not go. miss the second as well. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed.
The Pacers put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead.
For them to get the lead, I see it happening with their transition game. They've done a great job today of working the fast break offense. Have a look at the leading scores for the Indiana Pacers. The 76ers were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Assists.
The Philadelphia 76ers are struggling to move the ball and create good looks for each other. What makes it worse is their opponent isn't having nearly the same problem.
Player of the half.
Miles Turner has been making the competition look silly on the defensive end.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. To Turner. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. That's his third block this evening.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good, and the lead back down to 15. 3-second count. He's looking for that touch. The follow won't go either. Indiana with the basketball. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance.
To Tobias Harris. For 3. Off the mark.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
That's out. Last touch by Domantas Sabonis. Knocked loose. Tobias Harris above the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
To Turner. From the painted area, won't go down. Sixers control it. Slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head it.
Stuffs it down with authority.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. Cleans it up. Offensive board. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
To Brogdon. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Sixers have the basketball. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something, get yourself.
As their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
You're on the island now.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Easy path to the rim.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Layup goes down. Well done.
I'm a little bit confused. Was that a well-designed offense or just poor defense? Maybe a little bit of both.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Philadelphia with the basketball to Tobias Harris. To Embiid. Rebounded by the Pacers. Substitution being made in this one. To Embiid. To Tobias Harris. Deep two there, won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Here comes the screen. To Turner. Joel Embiid sends it away. Fourth this contest.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Simmons. And stuffs it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Screen coming up.
Langston Galloway tips it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Short jumper stays out. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Here comes the screen. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. There it is, Al Horford. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Ben Simmons with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Here's a chance from long range. He drills the three.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Simmons to Embiid. Slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
Number 25, Ben Simmons.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Ed and I want to go home, too. But fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Jeremy Lamb at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 9, Kyle O'Quinn.
Two for 2 on that trip. Sixers control it. My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
No, I missed a short one there. Simmons into the front court. His guys down big. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Nothing going here on that drive.
2 minutes left.
The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. The pass set it all up.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Sixers have the basketball. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Here comes the screen. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Simmons. To Horford. From the outside, no good. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Five to shoot for Indiana. Won't go. To Simmons. Oh, defender pulling the chair.
Right.
Won't go down. And he finishes at the rim. Three quarters down with the Pacers way out in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway.
Folks, if our team wins the game and scores 100 points tonight, everyone gets free pizza.
They go down low to Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Lets it fly from long range. Not going down here. Philadelphia with the basketball to Simmons. No good. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's how you defend.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
For 3. Misfires. It's no good. To Simmons. Fundamental shot right there.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
To Simmons. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. Another follow. No good. Finish that. From long range, buries it.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Pacers control. Going to launch beyond the arc. Embiid with the board. Short jumper and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Big finish at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
With a drop step. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Old school equals high percentage.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Domantas Sabonis at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 72%. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. To Horford. Harris. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Pacers with the possession. To Turner. Al Horford sends it away. Smith into the front court. Down a bundle. Throws it down.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Short jumper stays out. To Brogdon. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Horford. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Nice pass to get things going.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Brogdon. With a drop step. Beyond the arc for three. No good. To Embiid. And stuffs it home.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
It's Indiana basketball. To Brogdon. Sizing up the defense. To Turner. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. 4-3. Won't go down. Has a look. Harris's shot won't go. Nothing going here on that drive. Kicks it around the perimeter to Brogdon. Fires the three. Not getting the bounce. Turner to Brogdon. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Embiid. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Here comes the screen. To Turner. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
To Embiid. Miles Turner, huge block. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Miles Turner. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. To Embiid. Fires the three. Missed it. To Brogdon. Couple of cracks at the line now.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Malcolm Brogdon has got 2 shots coming, shooting 75% so far tonight. First one goes down. And he makes them both. Oh, the Pacers come away with the steal. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away. Gets to the basket and scores.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Indiana with the basketball. Takes stock of the floor. To Turner. Shot from the lane won't go. Nothing going here on that drive. 5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Lets it fly from long range. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
That'll get out off one of the Pacers. It remains Sixers basketball. To Embiid. Deep 2 there, won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Embiid. Harris. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down.
Let's go. Y'all know what time it is.
Can't get past the defender. This one to the Pacers as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pacers took this down to the wire before getting the win. When you're able to get steals like they did here today, it greatly improves your chances of winning. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Indiana Pacers. The 76ers must be devastated after such a close loss. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup.